Brother, are you African? Do you have diabetes, obesity, heart disease, cancer, respiratory problems, neurological disorder? Do you have mental condition? Any of these problems? Well, you might not get a visa to the United States of America anymore. Yes, you heard me right. If you have diabetes, obesity, you're fat, you have heart disease, cancer, or any of these things, you will not get a visa to the United States of America. Things has changed. I think they're being very clear here, what they're looking for. They're very intentional. Under the new guidance issued by Donald Trump administration, the U.S. may deny visas or green cards to foreign nationals with chronic health conditions such as diabetes, obesity, heart disease, cancer. Imagine you have cancer. They say you're not getting a visa because you have cancer. Is that discriminatory or not? Well, nobody gives a continental. It's clear. They don't care about you. They don't want you to come. They don't want you to stay. Well, on normal situation, Andika, in normal countries, you normally do screening for certain disease. This is not new. They will screen for disease for applicants that's going forever. Okay, if somebody's going to immigrate in a country as a permanent resident, if you're looking to get nationalization, if you're looking to go there forever, they will screen you for certain disease. Australia, for instance, will ask you for a chest X-ray plus HIV blood results. Okay, most countries will check for tuberculosis, HIV, hepatitis B and C, syphilis, mental health disorder, and vaccination status. Why? Because most of these diseases are communicable diseases. What they're trying to do is to avoid transmission of one disease to the entire population. That I know it's tricky, but that's the ground base on which they stand. But what Trump is doing is completely different. So basically, everybody with diabetes, obesity, you big, you have cancer, they just look at you, you big, sorry, you big, you're not going to America. No, you're too big for America, forgetting that America is the biggest people on earth, or most people it's crazy stuff. Cancer, you got cancer, you're trying to go to New York for the last time to just visit and say, I want to see New York and go and die in peace. No, you're not going to do that because you're cancer. Now, why America is doing this? The United States is considering a situation where these conditions are now considered potential ground for denial if they suggest the applicants might become a public charge, meaning someone who will rely to the U.S. government-funded healthcare and assistance. So Trump is trying to cut out on public funds for healthcare. America is a system where people can go get treated for free. It depends on what they call it. Some call it Medicaid, there's Medicare, different stuff. So this is public healthcare. You may be poor, have no money or very little money. You're still going to get treated because of that fund that's available. Donald Trump policy is to cut the fund as low as possible. And one of the other policies now is to make sure that anybody that goes to the United States of America who will potentially need help from public health care be denied the visa. Now, is that right or wrong? Does it make him racist that he doesn't want people that will potentially bring a disease that will require the government funding? Or does it make it a nationalist that actually want to protect the interest of the people? Does it make him racist because he say you must stay in your country, fix your country, make sure your shaitan country is not shaitan anymore, make sure your country doesn't kill Christians, make sure your country actually serves the population? Or is not nice just because he doesn't want to allow you with your potential disease to go in his country? We all know many people leave their countries going to America pregnant, super pregnant, hoping to give birth in America. I'm not sure what the law is about now, but for many years it's been, if you are born in America, you are de facto American. Now, is it racist to say, don't come in my country when you're pregnant because we see the game you're playing when you come here because you're going to, number one, get free citizenship, number two, perhaps get to give birth in a public hospital with no problem, and it's a strain to our community. Does that make him racist? Now, should you be angry at this guy because he's trying to do this? I don't know. But is it fair on cancered people who maybe just want to go see New York for the very first time or the last time before they die? If they're going to die. It is unfair, right? Now, one of the biggest questions is this one. They say these conditions are now considered potential grounds for denial if they suggest the applicant might become a public charge, meaning someone who would rely on U.S. government-funded healthcare or assistance. Now, my question is, how do you know somebody will be asking for public charge or public fund from government in healthcare? Do you look at somebody's face asking for a visa? So you're probably going to be asking for public fund to get treated for free. I mean, let's get it straight. When people go ask for visas, they bring all documents. Correct. They make sure the banking details are good. The bank account is okay. The finances are good. The insurances are good. Nobody looks weird, or else you're not going to give him a visa. Now, how do you know? How do you separate one face from the other, saying this one, even though his documents are correct, is potentially going to ask to be taken care of by our government-funded institutions? Is that going to be discriminatory? Are you going to be picking in the blues? And I think this one is too fat. You could be the one. Now, is Trump the only country to do this? Absolutely not. Like I said earlier, many countries do it. They will screen you for most things like tuberculosis, HIV, hepatitis B and C, syphilis, and other STIs. Making sure you're healthy. You don't go and sprayed because apparently you sprayed. They're trying to keep the communities clean. Australia does it, New Zealand does it, many countries do it in the world. But with Trump, it's going to be the very first time that they do it on visitors and tourist visa. So if you just want to go visit America and come back, first of all, you're going to check your social media account, make sure you don't say shit about America. You don't talk shit about their friends in the Middle East. Make sure your documents are correct. Number 3, you must bring your blood results. Make sure you're not fat. You're not too ugly, not too dark. Make sure your blood is running correctly. Yeah, that's the new thing. What can Africans do in this situation? I mean, if you go to somebody's house, he clearly doesn't want you. Do you force yourself? Why do you force yourself? Why do you constantly go like, please like me, please accept me in your house? I mean, you people, you don't tolerate your people's disrespect, right? Black people don't tolerate other black people's disrespect at all. You go to war for respect. But this is clear, they don't want you. Why can't we fix Africa? Make Africa what Africa's supposed to be so people can live all... Yeah. Why? Why do we have Boko Haram? Why is government people playing with other people's life? My man, in Africa, many terrorist groups are sponsored by government officials. Not necessarily the entire government, but some officials sponsor terrorists so they can continue their mayhem. Through that mayhem, they're creating things where the government will issue money so they can go combat the mayhem. They're eating the money from the mayhem. In Africa, you see load sheddings in many places. There's no electricity. Traffic lights are dead. They can be fixed. You can just go to China, buy a solar-powered traffic light, put it on the street, and people going to go. But there's havoc, traffic jam all over the place. Why? Because somebody is breaking those cables every time, so they can call him. It's a tender for him to come and resolve it and make money every single time. So when the traffic light break, he make money. Traffic light breaks, he makes money. Some people out there, the road breaks every time, and his tender is fixing the road. When the road is fine, he's sitting. When he needs money, he sends people at night to break the road. When the road is broken, they call him again to fix it. Or he just fix it soft enough that when one big truck goes over the road, it breaks it again so they can call him again. You can't build Africa like this. You can't be complaining that you live in a shithole country. You're from a shithole country when your country is clearly shithole. You're killing Christians. You're robbing the cables of electricity. You're doing weird things. I mean, look at Nigeria. This is Nigeria. Look how they're beating people in Nigeria. This lady was wearing a camouflage pant. They're beating her up because she's wearing a camouflage pant. In a normal country, they will say, ma'am, please don't wear this, if they get to that. In progressed countries, they don't even bother you. In normal country, they will ask you. Like in shithole country, they beat you up. Why do you beat her up? Why do you remove a pant in the street? Because she's wearing camouflage pant. And you will want to go to Trump's country and wants Trump to treat you nice. How? How do you even begin to think like that? Let me know how you feel about this. Africa has a long way to go. Africans have to unite. Some Africans have more problems than others. Maybe we need to, block by block, choose each other first, start building until we fix the rotten ones, and then we can bring everybody together. Let me know how you feel about this. It was a great pleasure. Now, unfortunately, my brother, if you're fat, you're not going to go to America. Yeah, if you have a heart disease, you're not going to America. You got HIV, you got hepatitis, syphilis, all this stuff. If you don't have it, make sure you don't get it if you want to go to America, or else fix your house. God bless.